Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate video. Today's video, we're going to be talking about a set that I'm going to go pretty much going over. It's Kameme versus Protobanham, as you can see here. At a Japanese tournament recently, Protobanham going mainly Min Min. He did use Lucina in part of this set, but I think the biggest surprise was Kameme. He's going all Sora, and he was able to beat out I'll go ahead and spoil the end of the set. He beats Proto in game 5. Min Min Sora, which I think from most Sora's perspectives is supposed to be like a really bad matchup, just because how like Min Min's spacing tools kind of get rid of most of Sora's good stuff until Sora can actually get in and do combo damages. There's not much he can do. His projectiles don't reach as far as Min Min's arms do. But I just wanted to go over like how their set history usually goes and how this is kind of like an outlier in perspective of like the Sora like matchup in the Sora meta. So as you can see here, Proto has the total set count. They've only played 6 times in official tournaments. Proto has the advantage 4-2 and also the game advantage, obviously 14-10. As you can see, their most common matchup is Min Min Sheik, which it seems like Proto kind of destroys Kameme Sheik in most matchups. He's won 5-2 with Min Min and against Sheik. The rest of the time, he only tends to use Min Min against Kameme Sheik. When Kameme's using Wario, Sora, Mega Man, and like there's only one time where he's ever went Lucina against Sheik and he's lost. So it seems like his answer for Sheik, or for Kameme Sheik specifically, is just Min Min. As you can see here, it kind of shows you how their set kind of has progressed over time. Obviously, we see, the Mega Man doesn't really come out for Kameme as much anymore. It seems like he really does, or he's really found his like true character in Sora, and he's using him a lot more in a lot more matchups that you wouldn't even think are like reasonable in this situation. I don't think the sets from this tournament have been recorded here, obviously, because no Min Min Sora has been recorded here. But obviously, from the sets that we can see, tends to just be Proto outplaying Kameme, because obviously the argument for who's the #1 player in Japan, it has been, just kind of been Proto for a while. There hasn't been really any contention, especially since Zachary has been he hasn't been doing as much. The top player the argument has always been between like Shuton, Zachary, T, and like probably like maybe Ken. Especially since he's been getting some results with Sonic and now Sephiroth. But like certain things that Kameme was able to do in this set are like some new things for Sora, especially because Sora hasn't been able to do much in these situations like whatsoever. Like there hasn't been really any situations other than like big Sora's like Meister has been doing some decent things. Obviously that historic game that he took over Onin at Super Smash Con, that was pretty funny. But he hasn't been really getting results. Kameme has kind of been dominating the results with Sora. He's been doing really good in big major tournaments with matchups that Sora isn't really supposed to win. And he's been doing it not by playing like, he's not abusing some secret tech that most other Sora players just don't know. He's kind of out neutraling pretty much everyone. Like when you watch Kameme, like when we're watching this set right here, Kameme isn't really like doing any crazy punishes. Like he's doing the optimal Sora combos, but he's not getting like extreme stuff. Like he's just doing simple stuff like that, like falling up nair in the air, falling nair into up B. Like that's just an easy true kill confirm, and he's not gonna mess it up, right? There's so many kill confirms that he knows and that he does pretty much all the time. He never really messes them up. So and his neutral is pretty flawless. Like when he's doing his neutral, obviously, like if you're playing Sora on Elite Smash, or like Sora's on Elite Smash, most of the time you're just gonna get nair spammed. Like they're gonna spam nair, they're gonna spam all their spells, and if you know how to avoid them, you're gonna be able to pretty much beat Soras, especially if you have moves. Like for me, playing Kazuya with all of these Soras who just don't understand how to whiff punish, I can just open up, let them do their silly aerials, let them throw around their aerials, and then wait for that specific time where I can just go in for the easy punish, and it isn't really that hard. So most of the time I can punish the Soras, but Kameme, he plays Sora in such a way that, he was even able to forced out the Lucina in a few games. He was able to force out the Lucina against the Sora, but eventually, after like, I think it went to game 5, I think in game 4, because Proto wins game 3 here, after Kameme wins game 4, he forces, I think Proto makes the decision to go Min game 5, and this is the game that most people you're going to hear are talking about. This was the game that everybody was not expecting, because he was able to win the Min Sora in game 1, but it was a very close game. He was just able to out neutral him. So Proto is honestly the master of adapting. If you've known anybody, like, Proto has, like, he's supposed to be the master of, like, adapting certain things. My goodness, I got an ad right in the middle of the video. But Proto is supposed to be, like, the master of adapting, which is why when you go through, like, certain sets, like, here on, you can see the set against in top 8. This is Umeburi Japan. This is grand finals of 2019, right? This was before, obviously before Sora came out. But as you can see, Proto was able to stay Lucina the whole set, and he was able to deal with and win this. He lost. He ended up losing the set 2-3, but he was able to deal with 3 of Kameme's top characters, all with 1 character. This was at the time before Proto really had another character. I don't even remember if he had a secondary at the time. He might have literally just played Lucina, because I'm pretty sure that's what he played at Evo 2019 as well. I think he just went solo Lucina. Even when he loses, he's able to adapt to these characters. He's able to adapt certain ways, that certain play styles that the opponent is playing, which was why the Sora win for Kameme was even more impressive. I mean, he was just able to out neutral him. As you can see, he was down a whole stock. He was down a whole almost 100% deficit here, and he's still going to be able to pull this out. Like, at this point in the match, with 4 minutes left on the timer, the only thing Proto really has to do is kind of camp you out in the corner. He doesn't even really have to approach you, since he's playing Min, and he has a 100% lead. Like, right there, that's a free kill. So now Proto is up 2 stocks to 1, and Kameme with Sora, who isn't a super comeback character. He doesn't have a comeback mechanic of any sorts other than just his natural gameplay. He's going to have to figure out some way to get this stock off either quickly, or he's going to have to find a way to last this out and just play so much good neutral, like these fair combos. He's getting the juggles effectively. He's almost at 100% now, and now this is looking a lot more like an even game, especially compared to how it was literally 20 seconds ago. So Proto is the master. He's able to use that side B to, like, maneuver around the stage, and he's able to effectively, like, get around Min's arms, which is something that, like, I think if you talk to most Soras, like I said earlier, most of them will say this is not a good matchup, right? And they'll say it for the exact same reasons, right? Sora struggles to get in sometimes. Min outranges him completely, and especially when you're playing against the best Min in the world, like, Proto's just able to catch those landings. He's using the spells. He actually, compared to most other Soras that you'll see, he doesn't spam. He barely uses spells at all, if we're being honest. Like, you'll hardly see him throw out a blizzard. He's able to get these combos without using any of these spells, which is something that a lot of Soras just decide to not do. They spam the spells all day, which I think is why his spell use is even more effective. Like, but then he gets these combos, and now it's a very even game. And now all he has to do, because now he knows these clean confirms, he's able to use that spell to catch him off guard. Now he has the Thundaga ready. He's able to use it. Now he's just waiting for that kill confirm, right? He's able to sit here, be careful. Now at this percent, falling Nair into Nair 2 will kill into an up smash or anything. Like, he's looking for it. As you can see, an up air, a surprise up air. There it is, right there. See how easy that is. And then Proto is Kameme is able to beat Proto 3-2 in this set. He didn't actually end up winning the tournament. I think Maya, I don't know how to pronounce it. The Game & Watch ended up winning the tournament against Kameme. But I just wanted to talk about this set because this set was really cool, and it shows the progression that Sora is going to have in the future and how good Sora just might be. But as always, if you guys enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like down below. It really helps out the channel. Make sure to leave your comments about what type of videos or sets you want me to review next. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys next time.